We just got back from Florida and everything we took for our infant 11-week-old was in this bag. I want to talk about it. Today we're going to break down everything we took, everything I wish we would have brought, everything we brought that we didn't use, and so on and so forth. First things first, let's go through this bag. This is just a weekender bag from Amazon. Nothing too crazy. This is what her normal diaper bag looks like. This is what we brought, so a little more beefy. We also brought her stroller and car seat attachment, and then we sent to my mom, because she stayed with my mom, we sent a pack and play. My mom had a bouncer chair, and oh yeah, and we sent a car seat base that now looking back we actually did not need. That's kind of everything my mom brought, like all of like the big things that aren't in this. So let's talk about what's in this. First things first is that we had a couple different pouches. So we had this pouch, which is just kind of like miscellaneous. I'll go through what's in each and every one. We had bottles filled with water in a Ziploc bag, formula in this little carrying thing, a pouch for clothes, diaper pouch usually is in her diaper bag that you saw earlier, but we just took it out and we bopped it in with the rest of her like weekender bag. And then we did not use these. If it was a longer flight, we would have used this stroller cover and this car seat cover. We were able to pack for all 7 days that we were gone, and I think kind of like what we did was kind of smart. Yes, it's different than traveling abroad or traveling and not going to your parents' house or whatever, but I like what we did, so I'm gonna break it down and show you. As one does, you always pack more clothes than you need. I usually pack pretty on par for myself. Like, I never have too much, I never have too little. I feel like I always have just like the right amount of clothes, but it was weird and hard packing for someone who could crap themselves at any point and it get on their clothes, which not to say, you know, I can't do that too. Also, Nana, who is my mom, gave her like extra clothes when she got there. So this was like full to the brim. We did go to Florida, so she didn't need any like super thick, really anything, but if she did, we would have brought it on the plane with us. You know how like when you travel to bigger, colder places, you wear your boots and you wear like your thicker jacket so you don't have to put it in your luggage and like it takes up a bunch of room. That's kind of the same thought process. We brought her birth certificate in one of these pouches. It's waterproof just in case. It got like a little wrinkled, which made me sad, but whatever. But yeah, so we brought pajamas for every single day, and then we brought sleep sacks as the backup outfits. We did like cute, pretty outfits. My mom and I are very firm believers. They're little people, you know what I mean? Just like me. I have pajamas and then I have clothes that I wear out and about. She has the same things. So she had pajamas that were easy to zip up, double zip, and then she had little out and about pieces. And she had a lot more out and about pieces that she needed, but again, it's totally fine. And then my mom bought her these little shoes. Like, should I do a haul like in the middle of this of everything my mom got her? Look at these little polo shoes, please. They're so cute. Ralph Lauren on the bottom. So cute. I'm obsessed. Actually, yeah, let's do a haul of everything that my mom got her. Like, look how cute. All of it's from the outlet of Ralph, but like, how cute. Look at the little bears. So cute. And she wore this bow. I'm so sad because I left her white bow on the plane and I'm devastated about it. My sister and her family got her this little like Christmas outfit set, like little pants that go with this shirt. Best gift ever. So fun, so thoughtful, so sweet. And then let's see. Oh, my mom also got like this little smocked number for her. This, oh my gosh, you're gonna die. Like little Ralph Lauren pants. Look at the little pony, and then on the back it has little bows. So cute. These pants were $25 and then I think like 20% off, which is crazy. but worth it. Let me show you what's in our diaper bag, what's in our miscellaneous bag. Like I said before, we had all of these little containers were 2 scoops. It could have had 3, 2 scoops of formula. So we were able to travel with it. This was more than we needed because, oh, my mom also had her own little can of formula. She just asked us to bring bottles. So if she wouldn't have had a can of formula, I have more of these and we would have brought them, but we also just would have bought formula while we were there. Pro tip that my friends do, they don't have family in Florida, but they go to Florida a lot, and they have Walmart like click and pull delivery type thing, and they don't bring any snacks, anything for like their toddler. She is turning 4, I think, in February, and they literally just get water, they get, you know, formula, snacks, like all that kind of stuff. Walmart just delivers to them because they have it here in Tennessee. So I love that for them. And that's such a good idea to not just like worry about anything. Obviously they bring like plain snacks and stuff, but for the most part, they just like wait until, you know, they're there. So we brought, and also these bottles leak. So, but this is good to note that when you go, bring, hopefully your bottles don't leak like ours, but we brought however much like water we needed for our little formula. And then the airplane, like you are allowed to like check this, not check it, sorry. You're allowed to go through security and they won't make you throw it out because it's obviously for a baby. You just like put it in a little Ziploc bag and they kind of have to do like extra testing on it. But I am not joking. Me and my husband are like airport people where we probably freak everyone out. If the plane is loading at 7:57, no, if the plane is taking off at 7:57, it's loading basically around 7 o'clock. We are getting to the airport at 6:30. All the airports that we specifically travel to are very small compared to like international airports. There are no like hopping on trams and buses to get to like different terminals. So we are blessed when it comes to that. So we are able to do that. Airport theory is real, unless you're doing a connecting flight. I don't know about that, but airport theory is real. Anyways, so we just brought, and we had like a couple more, but they're obviously we've been using our bottles. So, but we brought 3 bottles, and that we just like kept rotating them and like cleaning them as we were using them. So is that a little less convenient than just having, you know, 8 bottles, you know, for the whole day or whatever? Yeah, it is a little less convenient, but it's 2 extra minutes of like work. I don't know. We mostly dress little girl in like pretty much like pink and white. And then like it varies obviously, but this goes for adult capsule wardrobe when you travel. It's smart for your kids to have a capsule wardrobe too. So as you can see, everything was pink and white. So everything went together. So I did not have to think twice or too hard about the little outfits. And she only needed to bring 1 little extra cardigan in case it was cold in the airport. And it was great. Also, we brought a pink blanket that was like thin and long. So that way when we traveled, we were able to throw it over the stroller and it could cover up the sun if the sun was beaming down. And obviously it was because it's Florida. And we were able to cover her with it. It was warm enough to be warm and cozy in the airport. And it was also pink. So it matched. Let's talk about what's normally in our diaper bag and also things that my mom had. We bought diapers and wipes and soap, like baby wash. And then she had her own like little diaper bag. But what's usually in our diaper bag that I highly recommend in traveling are these puppy pads. We use these. I changed her in the airport once, if not twice. And that was really wonderful because those you could just put it down. Usually it's just like plastic, so you can just put it down and then throw it away after you're done. So it's disposable. You don't have to worry about germs or like whatever in and out of the airport. Plenty of diapers, an extra bow, and an extra little set outfit just in case. A mesh bag, and by mesh I mean like waterproof bag that just in case you need to like, you know, throw soiled clothes in or something, you have it. A full wipe of diapers, you know, for diapers, and then Lysol wipe for changing stations. And I wish I only had one hand sanitizer, and I wish, and it was in my bag, like my toiletry bag. It was not with this. And I wish that I would have brought and make it like a pump hand sanitizer. I wish I would have bought that. I brought it. In this like little miscellaneous pouch, I feel like this was kind of like the MVP. It smells weird. In this little pouch we had, this is just like infant Tylenol with a syringe. And this is important. With this, I brought these little like alcohol pad wipes so that I could clean the rims of the medicine and maybe like the syringe or whatever if I had to use it multiple times. I was a little bit afraid about that, like her using it and then her using it again later. It's like, how am I gonna clean that out if there's no like dish soap in the airport? Like, I don't know. So the alcohol wipes, I feel like were good. They are tiny, as you can see, and they don't take up any extra space, which is great. And so I just had gripe water and I had infant Tylenol, and talk to your doctor about like how much to give them and stuff. But, and then we had these little 2-ouncers with disposable nipples, which are so handy. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that was, we brought 4 of those, and I'm not gonna lie, we used so many. And if we would have brought more, which I wish we would have used this one that we didn't use, because I was afraid that like we would get stuck on the tarmac and then it's like, oh no, where's her food? She doesn't have food, you know, whatever, even though she has this and it's not checked, so it's with us. That's a pro tip. If you have to check one of your 3 bags, don't check the babies. I know that's crazy. In here I had a passy, even though she doesn't take them. I had a bib and a washcloth and a burp cloth. Then I had this probiotic drops, which are, she takes them every single bottle. So that was very needed. And then I had Wendy's, just in case. She kind of like doesn't use these anymore, but you never know, and if you know, you know. Yeah, she like doesn't use passies, but I was like, what if she does? So I have 2. That's just in case one dropped, just in case my mom kept one, we would still have one. You know how it goes. And then I brought nail clippers. That is everything I had in this little miscellaneous pouch, which I'm very grateful for. Other things that were bought that we had to bring back. This little polo cardigan, and this is just a short sleeve 6-month onesie set. And these are so wonderful because you can put them like under cardigans, under like little sets and stuff, because their little bellies are constantly showing because their shirts are riding up. So this is always nice to have underneath your infant's clothes. Just a pro tip from my mom, not just me. I'm not like acting like I have everything together. Things that I also brought that you probably wouldn't, but I highly recommend for cleanliness, because I was very afraid about her getting sick. The jury is still out, but right now she's okay. This spray bacteria thing, this is the holy grail. If you know, you know. If you know me, you know. But this is everything to me. Obviously, you can only have it filled like 3.4, like 2 point whatever, however many ounces the airport allows. You only can fill it there. I recommend like doing it a little less, but this was so worth it. You can spray this on passies, on their, like spray it on their face, on their hands, whatever, and it cleans bacteria. And it has a similar effect to Germex and Purell and all that kind of stuff, but it is much lighter, like it's softer. Like how you couldn't put hand sanitizer on your face because it would dry it out. This does not do that. This swaddle, and I love it. It's so wonderful. She loves sleeping with her arms up in the air, so this was perfect. And then also for the pack and play, I thought I made a boo-boo. I thought our pack, which ended up being a blessing in disguise. I thought that our pack and play had like a bassinet attached to it, but it did not. So we just had to like break our backs and like put her down in the pack and play. But my mom had, and it was very hard, so obviously like put down like breathable blankets that she can lay on top of, which she's used to because we do that for her bassinet. And then so my mom did like quilts and stuff, and then she was just in that swaddle to sleep. So that was great, so wonderful. And then I'm trying to think of anything else. We bathed her with like the normal body wash, just like in the tub. Not ideal because I love having like a little seat for her so I don't have to worry about, you know, really anything, but it was totally fine. And because she's not like in the bath for a super long time. And yeah, so I think that's it as far as everything that we brought. But I like traveling with an infant, just feel like I started packing like 2 weeks early, just like randomly throwing stuff aside. But having outfits that match, having like separate pajamas and separate going out outfits, that to me like works. That may not work for you, but I like it. Having these, so useful, because also this is kind of cool. I will show you. So you know, pour this, and then once you're done with it, you can rotate it. Well, hold on. Once you're done with it, you rotate it, and you would take this little top, put that on. Ideally, this would have nothing inside of it, or it would have, yeah, no, it wouldn't have anything inside of it. And then you screw it on the bottom, and then this would ideally have your next set of formula. And then you just put this on very carefully, and then the next time she needs to feed, you unscrew the top, pour it in, and then do it again. So that was very handy. So very grateful for that. And yeah, she didn't end up using any of these, but I'm so glad that we had it just in case, because they may not be sick going there, but they could be sick coming back. So you just like never know. And I feel like I'm the type of packer where I want to pack exactly what I need, nothing more, nothing less. And also this may be not the most like fiscally responsible, but you're not going to a different country, a third world country, anything like that. Most of the time when you travel, you have places accessible where you're able to get what you need, if at least if you're traveling in the States or whatever. I've never traveled out, you know, in anywhere else with an infant, so, but most of the time you're able to get what you need if you forgot it. So it's kind of like buying a charger at the airport where it's like, man, this isn't exactly what I wanted or where I wanted to get this, but you know, if we needed it, we have it. And babies are so much more resilient than you think. She did great on the airplane. She slept both times, and we kind of timed it perfectly with that. And we had a bottle ready just in case she did wake up, because they tell you to feed to like help their ears popping and stuff on descent and on takeoff. But we didn't need to do that on the way back home, and we gave her a bottle on descent going there, like when we were descending the airplane, like going into Florida. But yeah, that was pretty much everything that we brought. That's everything that my mom did too, which was very helpful and useful. Our car seat, I didn't know this, but we actually it can be baseless, which is really nice. So we didn't even technically need to buy a base for my mom, but we did. We have another trip again. Everyone has been telling us now when they're a baby, it's a time, like the perfect time to travel with them. And, you know, and then as they get older, they just get a little bit more wiggly and independent, and they get a little more harder to travel with. So I'm happy that we're doing it now and that she's getting used to like airplanes and people and all that kind of stuff. I was really grateful because also one thing to note when you're traveling with an infant is that they have to make announcements on speakers and in the airport and on the airplane, and there's loud dings and all that kind of jazz. So I am very grateful that she is used to sleeping with kind of like ways going on around her a little bit, like when we go hang out with friends, or like we've been going out every single day in the middle of the day for, we call them field trips. So whether it's like going to the mall, walking at a park, we've been listening to music, talking, like it's not all everyone shush all the time, which is nice. And so she is used to sleeping through and with kind of commotion going on, especially the airports we go to, because they're not all spread out, which I'm grateful for. They are compact. There are a lot of people, there's a lot of talking, there's announcements right on top of one another. It's a little chaotic sometimes, but she is resilient and she is learning to be resilient. I believe that's it. Thank you so much for coming to another YouTube video. I am pumped to travel again at the end of December this month with her. If there's any update about what we bring, I will be making a video on it. Just make sure when you travel to bring a birth certificate. I'll see you in the next video. And now we unpack. Boop.